Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I wanted to start this off by letting you guys know XRP just reached $60 billion in market cap for the first time in 3 months. So this is big news. We can see that it is catching up with some of the other altcoins, brought to us by Michael at Val5 Links. So XRP saw immense retail demand in the last 48 hours as the price of the cryptocurrency jumped from $1.05 to as high as $1.34. I know we've been paying attention to it all weekend long. And so what happened was its market cap crossed the $60 billion mark. And this is the first time we saw this since May of this year, of course, May 19th. According to the latest data published by CoinMarketCap, XRP remained the best performing cryptocurrency among the top 10 in the last 7 days with substantial gains of more than 60%. The world's sixth largest cryptocurrency is currently trading near $1.30 with a market cap of approximately $60 billion. So here we've got XRP, guys, on the daily, and right now, as of the time of this recording, it's trading at $1.28.5, give or take, but nothing but positive momentum to the upside. This past weekend, we did see exorbitant gains for XRP. Friday, a bullish day. Saturday, a bullish day. Yesterday wasn't so bullish, but we did still see a close at the end of yesterday with a green candlestick close. We are seeing lots of strong positive green candlesticks down here. But notice, guys, notice what I'm seeing, at least down here. These candlesticks right over here, see if I can get that out of the way for you guys. Look at how short they are. Okay, short green candlesticks, but still positive. And look at how that is translating to XRP price. So, whoops, not a lot of volume considering, oh, there we go. Okay, not a lot of volume considering how much price appreciation we're seeing. So what does that tell me? That tells me that there are a lot of buyers, not a lot of sellers, or rather there are buyers. It might not be an exorbitant amount, but the selling pressure is so low that even though the volume bars are short, we are still seeing those massive price gains. I hope you guys are following. This also tells me that there aren't a lot of XRP hodlers taking profits as we're moving up, at least not at this point. You guys can see over the last year or so, we have seen those volume bars a lot higher for, the buying and selling pressure, like back in February when the pump group was occurring. Also over here with the SEC lawsuit at that time, when people were selling their bags and XRP plummeted, we can see that volume was quite high for selling pressure as well. Then we kind of came in this limbo of low volume over here. Let me just get rid of those. And now we're seeing price rally significantly. Price has gone up since July 20th. It's gone up almost 150%. Yet what we are seeing here, very, very low volume, which is great because once we get that SEC settlement news, eventually the demand will be so much higher, which will actually bring price up even further and faster if I were to guess. So the cryptocurrency market right now, you can see the market cap up over $2 trillion yet again, and Bitcoin dominance sliding slightly down to about 43%. We've got Bitcoin trading at 47,500 approximately. We've got Ethereum 3,200 or 3,300 give or take. Binance Coin in number 3, Cardano 4, Tether 5, XRP still in number 6. Almost at 60 billion right now, just shy of 60 billion. But you guys can see we are catching up to Tether, Cardano, Binance Coin. I mean, if we keep going on at this rate, XRP could be back in the number 3 spot. I have no doubt. The other thing I wanted to mention here, guys, is Jed McCaleb has allegedly 821 million XRP left. So Jed McCaleb did take a recent break from selling his XRP, but now data shared by a website dedicated to tracking down Jed McCaleb's XRP balances shows that Ripple co-founder and first chief technology officer has less than 1 billion XRP left in his wallets. So the estimate is 821.7 million remaining in his XRP wallet. A website created by some researchers in the XRP community to watch Jed McCaleb's XRP balance melt shows that the co-founder of the fintech behemoth Ripple has roughly that amount left. And here is the website just dedicated to Jed McCaleb's balances. You can go here, jed.tequ.dev over here, and it does give you guys an interactive map on Jed McCaleb's balances over the years, and you guys can just check it out for yourself if you are interested. I love how people in the XRP community are so knowledgeable with this tech stuff and, have the time to create these types of interactive maps for us to be able to track these kinds of things that, I guess on the one hand is interesting to note, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, maybe just a fun little tool. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe this is important for us to note in order to just kind of get a sense of where this XRP is going and when and who is selling it. Anyway, interesting news there, guys. I also wanted to mention this from DJ Peter Vass. With regards to crypto as a whole, Walmart, one of the biggest retailers in the USA, is hiring a digital currency and cryptocurrency product lead. North America's largest retailer by total sales is looking to hire an expert in cryptocurrencies and digital payments. The new role for digital currency and cryptocurrency product lead will be for the development of a digital currency strategy and product roadmap. It is likely that Walmart is making moves to accept cryptocurrency as payments, though no details were provided. But this does speak volumes, right? I mean, one of the biggest retailers in the United States looking to accept crypto as a payment. This just tells me that CBDCs will be coming down the pipe, that, we are going to be using digital currency for payments, and, whether that is a CBDC or other cryptocurrencies, we don't really know yet. What Walmart particularly is willing to accept. However, being ready, these little hints here that we're getting digital currency and cryptocurrency product lead, that Walmart is actively looking for somebody to fill that spot, I think does speak volumes. So here is a quote. As one of the largest retailers and e-commerce companies, Walmart enables a broad set of payment options for its customers. The position seeks an expert in digital currencies and cryptocurrency and blockchain-related technologies, which will drive the vision for the product and capabilities roadmap. The successful applicant would also identify crypto-related investments and partnerships. The basic requirements for the position, basically a bachelor's degree, and MBA is preferred, more than 10 years of experience in product or program management, technology commercialization, and experience with the cryptocurrency ecosystem and related technologies, and it does not give a salary here. Again, though, the biggest takeaway in this is that Walmart eyeing cryptocurrency payments, and you would think that they have, they already have these partnerships with Visa and MasterCard, that they would integrate cryptocurrency payments with one of those credit card companies or both of those credit card companies, yet they are also likely looking at another angle here, and my guess would be CBDC or, some type of other government-issued stablecoin that might be, integrated into the payment system. Let's also not forget Walmart is worldwide, not just in the United States. So if in other countries they are creating CBDCs, Walmart likely would have to be prepared to accept payments in other countries and be able to accept their CBDCs as well. So interesting news here from DJ Peter Vass. Got to thank him for posting that. Also, wanted to mention this from BondCrypt XRP here on Twitter. Vietnam is taking the lead in crypto adoption. Emerging economies like Vietnam, India, and Indonesia are leading the charge in cryptocurrency adoption, underscoring important use cases for digital assets tied to remittances and financial inclusion, guys. Financial product comparison website Finder.com has released its latest crypto report, where it evaluated adoption trends across 27 countries in Europe, Asia, and the Americas. And their latest findings, their survey of 42,000 people across 27 countries, revealed that Vietnam had the highest adoption rate, with 41% of respondents claiming they had purchased cryptocurrency. 20% of Vietnamese said they had purchased Bitcoin, which was the highest among all countries polled. Though Vietnam's strong outperformance may appear surprising at the surface, Finder's survey corroborated other data showing that the Southeast Asian country is purchasing above its weight when it comes to crypto adoption. So, depending, I guess, I don't know how they are calculating this, but outperforming purchases of cryptocurrency, I guess, for population or for mean or average income. It doesn't specify that. As Cointelegraph reported in June, Vietnam ranked 13th in realized Bitcoin gains for 2020, despite having only the 53rd largest economy based on GDP. So based on GDP is how they are doing this. It's interesting because I don't know if you guys remember, but Vietnam is also running on RippleNet as well. So it was confirmed back in 2020. This from Matthew L.A.N. Wine. I just wanted to bring this up because Matthew did mention this back then, but he's also retweeting this tweet now, or reposting this tweet now. This was from the Vietnam FinTech Report of 2020. In Vietnam, digital banking development is accelerating on the back of rapid fintech adoption, a booming e-commerce industry, and the beer flu pandemic. Although multiple banks have chosen to partner with foreign fintechs, and then it gives some examples here, including RippleNet. Some other banks have joined forces with local startups. Well, the thing they do not mention here is that RippleNet is definitely partnered. I know for a fact, definitely partnered with several startup companies in order to help those guys be able to compete with the bigger players and be able to just democratize these types of payments. Matthew L.A.N.Y. also pointing this out, a tweet from November of 2019 from Bank XRP, that TP Bank, which is a Vietnamese bank, did indeed partner with Ripple back at that time. So November 2019, international money transfer via TP Bank will be faster, more convenient, and safer than before, thanks to TP Bank's successful application of blockchain technology through RippleNet. So the tweets are all here, guys. I will link this in the description of the video for you. And here's one from Michael at Val5Links with regards to the Treasury. Treasury to the rescue, officials to clarify crypto tax reporting rules in the infrastructure bill. So I know we've been paying attention to this infrastructure bill all last week. A lot of developments have been made. Speaking on condition of anonymity, though, an official has reportedly told Bloomberg that the Treasury Department is planning to clarify that definition, the one that was in question of broker, in the recent past infrastructure bill. So the United States Treasury Department is reportedly seeking to clarify that definition. As we all know, the report indicated that the definition of broker could be narrowed from what many fear would include protocol developers and wallet providers that currently operate in the cryptocurrency industry. A Treasury official reportedly told Bloomberg and developers, miners, and wallet providers won't be subjected to the new reporting requirements provided they don't also act as brokers. The Treasury's guidance won't grant blanket exemptions based on how many firms identify themselves, and instead focus on whether a firm's activities qualify it as a broker under the tax code. This is what Christopher Condon and Laura Davidson wrote in that report. At the time of writing, the Treasury Department has yet to confirm publicly whether these plans are true or not. So we will be keeping an eye on this. Of course, this is a brand new week for cryptocurrency. It is Monday morning, XRP flying high. Lots of developments happening with regards to cryptocurrency adoption. There's also the Ripple and XRP lawsuit getting closer and closer to what seems to be possibly, crossing my fingers, a settlement. So we've got this guy's from Stéphane Hubert. An interesting note: the former chief counsel of the SEC's enforcement unit had his last day on the job on Friday. Thanks for nothing and bye-bye. So this was publicly stated on SEC.gov, and here is the statement down here. Coming from the 5 commissioners at the SEC, on his last day with the commission, we would like to thank Joe Brenner for his decade-long service to the agency as our Division of Enforcement's chief counsel. Joe came to the SEC with many years of experience practicing securities laws and wanted to put his expertise to work for the benefit of American investors and markets. Under Joe's leadership, Enforcement's Office of Chief Counsel grew in expertise and responsibility and serves a critical role in advising the Director of Enforcement as well as the rest of the enforcement staff on investigations and recommendations to the Commission. And so he just left on Friday, Chief Counsel for the SEC. It's interesting because, this article just came out as well. From Leonidas, it seems like, coincidental timing. According to lawyers who have recently worked on enforcement deals with the SEC, multiple settlements have been rejected because Gary Gensler wants more compensation from the defendants. Now, lawyers are used to working in I guess if you're in private practice, depending on what kind of law you practice, they are used to having, a certain amount of autonomy when it comes to settling cases. But, of course, if you work for a government agency like the SEC, you are at the mercy of what your boss wants, and it's sounding as though Gary Gensler wants to bring the hammer down on all of these companies that are being now scrutinized and sued by the SEC, which is, I suppose, not jiving well with the SEC's lawyers. And so let me read you guys a little bit of this article. I thought this was interesting. As SEC chairman pushes his attorneys, some are choosing the door. Now, this article says it's by Bruce Love, who published this on April 21st, 2010. This date is clearly wrong because, even this first sentence, Gary Gensler, the new U.S. Security and Exchange Chairman, clearly Gary Gensler was not the chairman back in 2010. So just disregard that date there. I know in the comments section, I'm sure I'll get people going, why are you telling us old news? Okay. But pay attention. So Gary Gensler, the new SEC Exchange Commission chairman, is pushing for tougher enforcement on a raft of investment and compliance issues, but in the process, he seems to be causing a stir among the agency's senior attorneys. I'm just going to skip this paragraph here. According to the data provided by Firm Prospects, which tracks attorneys' movements, okay, guys? It tracks where attorneys move, including in and out of federal agencies. 16 lawyers left the SEC from January through to July 21st to return to private practices. This is just since January. 16 left. Only 2 of them, Chairman Jay Clayton appointed by former President Donald Trump and ex-SEC Trading and Markets Deputy Director Elizabeth Baird, arrived at the agency during the Trump administration. Baird was hired by the watchdog in September of 2018 and left last month to Steptoe and Johnson. Clayton returned to his old firm, Sullivan and Cromwell. One legal industry recruiter said, "The phone has been ringing with associate director level SEC attorneys in DC and senior officer regional director level folks who are looking for law firm jobs. The exodus has not yet reached the heights of the first year of the Trump administration. By July 2017, the SEC had already lost 24 lawyers that year to private practice, according to firm prospects. In the same 2017 time period, though, the agency also hired 20 more lawyers directly from law firms, resulting in a net decrease of 4 lawyers. So what this is suggesting to me, though, is that the SEC as an agency, whether it was under Jay Clayton or whether it's under Gary Gensler or whoever, they are clearly looking to squeeze as much money out of these companies as possible. And what they are saying here, in a nutshell, is that they are not allowing their lawyers to basically do their jobs. I mean, with autonomy, with the ability to settle, and you got to remember, a lot of court cases do settle. I mean, it depends on what you're fighting, but in the grand scheme of things, there is a large percentage of cases do indeed settle. And if the SEC is not giving their lawyers that freedom to be able to put forth reasonable settlements, this is what is giving these lawyers impetus to leave, and therefore they are leaving in droves. Former SEC attorneys said they predict more defections this year based on some internal agency conflict. In particular, private practice lawyers who had recently left the SEC point to Gensler's willingness to scuttle handshake settlement deals that agency attorneys already negotiated, more so apparently than previous chairs. So directly right over here, it's saying Gensler is not interested in making deals. He wants to, it sounds like he wants to, if he could, take them all the way to trial. However, we know that that is unlikely. And so he wants to clearly make these deals as good for the SEC as possible. But I think what he's failing to realize is, we have to be reasonable here. The SEC never gave these cryptocurrency companies the regulatory clarity to begin with, even before you were on the scene, Gary Gensler. And so you need to compromise. Deals made by the Enforcement Division with rule breakers require sign-off from the Commission. While this sign-off is no rubber stamp in most cases, the Commission often takes its cues from the lawyers who have worked on the deal and division management, explain lawyers familiar with the process. According to lawyers who have recently worked on enforcement deals with the SEC, multiple settlements have been rejected as they've been presented to the Commission for approval because Gensler, they say, wants more compensation from the defendants and feels the levels of the last few years have not been sufficient. So Gensler really, again, bringing that hammer down. Here's a quote. He wants the cases settled, but he wants the resolutions to be stronger and more significant. One former SEC lawyer who is now a partner at DC headquartered firm said, "The situation is disconcerting on 2 fronts," says former SEC lawyers who are now in private practices. One is that the staff is demoralized when a settlement is rejected by the Commission. The other is that it doesn't look good, said another ex-SEC attorney based in DC. To go back to defense counsel and say, we thought we had authority to reach the settlement we agreed on, but we do not. So these people staying anonymous, these former lawyers who worked at the SEC, they're staying anonymous, and they're basically stating exactly what I said earlier. They do not have the authority, they do not have the autonomy to settle, and when they do bring what they think is a reasonable settlement to the table, Gary Gensler just squashes it. Then SEC lawyers are probably going to have to litigate the action, assuming they can't get defense counsel, who is now very irritated, to sign off on more severe remedies or penalties. The lawyer continued, yet the SEC Enforcement Division probably doesn't have the manpower to litigate because the staff has shrunk due to attrition over the last 4 years, so they're trying to do more with less. This is just creating what seems to be a negative atmosphere over at the SEC, a negative legal condition that I hope Ripple's lawyers can take advantage of. Having to renegotiate settlements is leading to a lack of trust between the Commissioner and Gensler on the side of the SEC lawyers who negotiated those settlements in good faith on the order, the lawyer said, adding, that brings a lot of tension and that makes people want to leave. So now we are seeing people leave, namely in this case right over here, Joe Brenner. He is the latest to leave just on Friday. We're realizing now Gary Gensler's approach is too heavy-handed, and this is ultimately creating a toxic atmosphere for the lawyers at the SEC. ADC Securities litigator said the SEC has been pushing hard in some of the investigations he has been handling for clients. They're pushing hard in areas that seem a little excessive compared to previous negotiations. I really wish I knew who these lawyers were. Of course, they want to keep their identity anonymous for obvious reasons. There's way more down here, guys. I will link the rest of this in the description of the video if you are interested. Wanted to finish this off with Crypto Eddy and her tweet here to Jeremy Hogan. Dear Jeremy, wouldn't both the Ripple team and the SEC want to wait on accepting any settlement offers until both camps can clearly see their full position after the expert discovery deadline of October 15th? Doesn't this part of discovery weigh heavy? Interesting question. I don't believe that Jeremy Hogan has actually responded to it, or maybe he has, and I just, this tweet thread goes on quite long here. I don't know if he has yet. Crypto Eddy just posted this last night at about 11 p.m. BondCrypt XRP weighing in on this. Can a settlement be made without actual clarity or designation? Maybe Ripple wants to fight it till the end, not to settle and establish proper regulatory clarity. Agent Smith V3 saying his prediction is yes. TV Mounting Express down here saying it's a great question. Crypto Eddy, I'd also like to know the answer to this, but if Gary Gensler is to have his way, which it seems like he is having, at least until now, the settlement offer has to be so good for the SEC to accept, which, I mean, is not so great news for Ripple and Ripple's lawyers. It just means that they're going to have to work harder. The silver lining, though, I think there's always a positive side to this, is that it sounds as though Gary Gensler's requests are unreasonable. This is coming from former SEC attorneys, people with legal experience who have settled dozens of these cases, I'm sure, and they're all saying the same thing. Gary Gensler, you're being too stringent with these settlement requirements. In essence, be more reasonable, D-bag. I don't know, you think it's going to bite him in the butt? It certainly could, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.